Hello, hello, citizens and UEMC miners. Here we're back after Citizencon, and as promised, I'm here with Stim, and basically we're just gonna discuss a bit today about Citizencon, and which unfortunately I wasn't able to watch live the stream, but I was still there and still managed to get my Pioneer. But we'll come back to that. And but first, I believe Houston, you were actually watching the stream live, right? Probably with a friend and a beer and stuff. So
You got it, just like I am now. I had
I have mine too, right? I was
perfect.
posting today on our Discord that the board voted down that no drinking and mining. We voted that down. You can drink and mine within the UEMC. So
Excellent. Glad to hear it. I'll stay then. I had a great day on Friday. I took the day off. I'd originally purchased a ticket to try and go to Germany for it, but I screwed up in the shopping cart and I couldn't get it. So taking
you did try to get one.
Yeah, I did, and I had it in the shopping cart, but my phone number was wrong, and I thought, I better go back and fix that. And I was very careful not to click the back button or hit backspace so that I was activating my browser to go back.
Yeah.
I clicked the back in the shopping cart, and it went back, and then I'd lost it. So I don't know, and by then it was gone. I happened to get it within that few milliseconds or second or two or whatever that it was active, and I don't know if lost my ticket, if I took too long by the time I went back, but it certainly doesn't hold on to your ticket
Yeah. And there were
for a
no
certain
more?
amount of time before you check out. And then there were no more. Yeah, so
They sold very
so I
quickly,
lost.
apparently, right?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Within, I was probably in the checkout for 20-25 seconds by the
That's
time I
long.
screwed up. It was a long time. By the time I went back, it was gone.
Yeah.
So under 20 seconds, let's say. Yeah. So,
So, but you
pretty
watched
fast.
it. You watched the stream,
Yeah, so I watched
you
the
had a
stream.
good time.
You got it? Yeah. So I sat back on the couch, used Chromecast to put it up on the TV, and just enjoyed it. It was great. It was a bit early, Pacific time. That was 5:30 a.m. when the doors opened, and thank goodness they were running behind by about an hour.
Yeah, which is typical, right? Every year they they run behind by an hour.
If only I'd known ahead of time, so I get an extra hour's sleep.
Yeah.
But it was a great day. It was a great day watching.
Yeah. Which part did you prefer?
You know what? So obviously the game changer was the best part by far, but I got to say, the sort of the unsung hero of that, and it's getting recognition now. But the whole the procedural walking, so that you're not tripping, and so that the character's stepping up on little blocks and not walking on a flat slope. That was really impressive, and I thought that was some really neat tech.
Yeah.
What about
Good.
yourself?
I haven't watched the whole thing. As I said, I was working. I had a lot of things to do to finish work, so I could not really take the day off. But I was still there, just making sure around the time of the Pioneer sale to get that one. But otherwise, I've been watching some of the stream this weekend. I haven't watched the final presentation yet, so
No? Oh my
no,
God.
I know.
It's so good. It's
Yeah,
so
I
good.
know. I've heard about what's coming, but by the
So,
time this
so
gets posted, I'll have seen it. But
okay, I'll tell you one more thing. One more thing before you go on.
yeah,
So there's the Look IP or the Look IK was really good. So it
yeah,
was
I saw that one.
so that one. Okay.
Yeah,
And then of course the ArcCorp demo, and just that. My favorite part was
yeah.
when they're standing on the orbital station, looking back onto ArcCorp.
That's the
That
part I
just
haven't
blew my
seen
mind.
yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll see it.
Enjoy
That's
it.
fine. But
Enjoy it.
I don't know. I heard about ArcCorp and all of this. So, but that's the thing. When you're always on the UEMC Discord, people just chat and you get to see it. So, um, I did see the one about the language. It was nice. It's nice that it adds depth to the game. I'm sure someone out there will decide to become a linguist and will be actually like to speak the Xi'an language, just like some
Yeah.
Star Trek fans were talking Klingon between each other.
That's right.
I wasn't one of those.
I was listening to Super Mac Brothers this morning on Twitch, and he was talking about how the how people will learn the language, and how he's considering learning the language or having a stream or two about it. And I'm just wondering, because they've come out with a translator. That's probably what's going to happen. But one of the comments was saying that it would be beneficial to learn the language for diplomatic relations.
Well, if they want to really do something with this, they would have to have those aliens, when you meet with them and they talk to you, that they talk in their language. And if you don't understand and can reply back properly, or do the right thing, or the right welcome gesture, and then they basically your not your rating, but they call that the
reputation.
Your reputation goes down with them. But if you're able to react properly to what they say in word, but it's not translated, and then you gain a reputation, and then you can trade with them like the Banu or something and have better deals and stuff.
Oh.
So learning the language then would give you an advantage.
But my question is, how will the AI recognize movements and gestures? Because if the face over IP can do it, and the Microsoft Kinect has been able to recognize gestures for a long time, so we could get past that point. But how will the AI hear what you're saying and tie that back to what the language is? I guess that.
Well, I guess
that's going to be a tough one.
But if you have a translator, but you talk in real language, and you basically English, and it basically, depending on the answer that you give, I mean, there's voice recognition exists since several years, right? So they could have just the minimal voice recognition to do that. So one thing that I liked was was a bit disappointed, but at the same time we'll see, is the Raven, the Saber Raven. Which turns out to be, we knew, it's been known for a couple of weeks that it would be an Intel promotion and so on. But what we learned is that for the Optane, but actually is an exclusive promotion. So it's just like the Omega for the AMD. Basically, there's no other way to get it. You have to either buy the code from someone else on Reddit or something, or buy the drive. Or as some people say, you buy the Raven and you get a drive for free. So
it's a really expensive drive. It's only compatible with Intel, so everyone who's using AMD is kind of left out a little bit.
I did not know that. So you're saying that you need an Intel CPU to be able to benefit from that drive.
That's what I understand. The other thing that bothered me is the fact that, and I think Board Gamer said it best in his live stream yesterday, where he was going on about how he doesn't think it's going to really help out for Star Citizen, but he wants to be proven wrong. He's going to go and get one and actually test it to see whether or not it makes a difference as the tech kind of comes along. And for once we've got 3.0, he'll be able to check that. So how the SSDs work, or at least NVMe SSDs, is it improves your loading screens, right? And the thing about Star Citizen, there's going to be no loading screens. That's one of the really immersive things about it. So is it going to help that process where there's the buffering in the backgrounds to keep things smooth? And I just don't know.
Just correct me if I understand correctly. It's basically a NVMe cache onto an SSD drive, right?
So
because NVMe is faster than SSD flash type.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
but
like
for
more
half the price, you can buy an NVMe drive that is that we think is very similar to what the Optane is all about. And that is the top-of-the-line 960 Pro from Samsung. So, we'll have to see what the specs actually come out at when people start testing these things. And there's been some scores out as well. So if somebody knows more about this, it would be great to leave in the comments what's actually going on with those scores. But the concept is that you're playing the game. You've got bandwidth coming down from the internet, and you're also sending stuff back. That's getting loaded up into RAM. RAM is the storage you use for everything that's being rendered with your video RAM. So nothing really should need to be stored on the nothing should be stored on your hard drive, your SSD, your NVMe, your Optane drive, in order to continue with the game. It should just be that initial load the level that the hard drive or the SSD is good for.
I guess we'll see. Some people like Board Gamer, as you said, will test it. So on this, the next topic will be the Pioneer, but we're going to end there. And also we got disconnected, by the way. We're back to the login screen. But that's fine. We'll just log back in and meet back again at the bar to discuss the Pioneer, which you got in your hangar.
Yep, got one.
And I got one in my hangar, but I don't think it's going to stay there. But we'll discuss about that in the next episode. So see you guys soon.